Hi everyone, Mrs G back again with this week's spelling little lesson. Let me give you some help to get into the 10 out of 10 club this week. Okay, so before we learn this week's rule, let's revise some of the rules we've looked at in the past. Okay, so when we were turning verbs into past tense and the word ended in a Y, what did we have to do before we added ED? Can you remember? If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IED. Can you see the correct way to spell carried, hurried and worried? Can you remember from the first time you learnt that rule? Think you've got them? There you go. C-A-R-R-I-E-D. We got rid of the Y, we added IED. Hurried is spelt correctly both times, and worried, W-O-R-R-I-E-D. Well done. Now we've also learnt how to turn a noun, a person, place or thing, into a plural, more than one of them, when the word ends in a Y. What do? Do we keep the Y or do we get rid of the Y and add something else? Can you remember the rule? If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IES. So now you know that, you've remembered that. Do you know how to spell babies, lollies and fairies correctly? Think you've got them? There you go. B-A-B-I-E-S for babies, L-O-L-L-I-E-S for lollies, F-A-I-R-I-E-S for fairies. Well done. So, I want to bring your attention to a new video that was on my channel that I want you to watch this week, called Spagasaurus Stomp, to see if you can remember the difference between a noun, a verb or an adjective. Let me know if you've watched it and get some dojos off me. Okay, so when we add suffixes to the end of a word, that's other letters to change the meaning of the word, that end in a Y, we have to get rid of the Y before we add the other letters. So like we've just reminded ourselves, baby, when we get rid of the Y and add IES, we change that word into babies, plural. Hurry, if we get rid of the Y and add IED, we change it to hurried, becomes the past tense verb. Okay, so whenever a letter ends in a Y and you want to add a suffix, you have to get rid of the Y before you add something else. So here are the rules that we've started to learn, and two new ones, and one of them will be what we're looking at this week. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IED. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IES. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IEST. Today we're going to learn about comparative adjectives. These adjectives compare two people or things. Let's look at some examples. Joe is tall, but Mr. G is the tallest. We added EST to the adjective tall there. John is quick, but Mary is quicker, and Tom is the quickest. When the adjective we want to add a suffix to ends in a Y, there are some rules. So if we wanted to say that you were friendlier than me, we take the adjective friendly that ends in a Y, we get rid of it and we put IER to become friendlier. Now if I wanted to tell you that you were the most friendly person in class, we would say you were the friendliest person in class, and we would take the word friendly, get rid of the Y and add IEST. Okay. Today we are going to learn, if it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. So we're going to learn about how we change adjectives like grumpy into grumpier. Okay, so just the root adjective at the moment. How do we spell happy? Happy, H-A-P-P-E. Check out the line, that it's a one letter making the E sound at the end of that word. Think you've got it? H-A-P-P-Y. Well done. Now if we wanted to change happy into happier, you are happier than me, we need to get rid of the Y and add IER. Have a go at happier. Happier. H-A-P-P-E-R. Happier. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. Think you've got it? H-A-P-P-I-E-R. Well done. Oh no, the boy is sleepy. S-L-E-P-E. Check out the digraph line for the E sound. S-L-E-P-E. Think you've got sleepy? There it is. S-L-E-E-P-Y. Now, how do we change sleepy into sleepier? If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. This girl is sleepier than the boy. Sleepier. Have you got rid of the Y and added IER? There we go. SLEEPIER. Well done. Oh no, this is very grumpy. He's very grumpy, isn't he? Grumpy. Grumpy. Think you've got it? GRUMPY. Well done. Now, how do we change grumpy to grumpier? If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. The cat is grumpier than grumpy. Grumpier. Grumpier. Think you've got it? GRUMPIER. Well done. What about friendly? These boys look friendly. Now you need to know how to spell the word friend because there's a letter in that word that doesn't make a sound. So if you know how to spell friend, or like Mrs. Anderson says, fry end, then you need L-E at the end. Have a go and see how you got on. FRIENDLY. Okay, we're going to change friendly into friendlier. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. Friendly, the alien is friendlier. Friendlier. So I would get the word friend in my head and the L, and then I would get rid of the Y and add IER. Friendlier. Think you've got it? FRIENDLIER. What a lot of words. Come back more than once this week if you need to practice. There are some hard ones, aren't there, today? Okay, the girl has got up early. E. Now there's a trigraph making the sound. Okay, you might need to know this one by sight. You might need to practice this one a lot. Shall we have a look together how we spell early? EARLY. It's got, I know someone called Earl, and that's how I remember how to spell that. Early. Okay, so how are we going to change early into earlier? Earlier. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. Have a go. Earlier man used fire to cook with. Earlier. If you get the Earl, E-er. Think you've got it? EARLIER. Earlier. Okay. Now, these words are tricky this week, so reading practice odd one out is really going to help you. Okay. How did we spell early? Early. Can you remember what it looks like? Have you stored that to your long-term memory? Pause the video if you need more thinking time. Where is the word early? You should know that some look wrong to you, so you know it's not those. There it is. EARLY. Well done. What about happy? Happy. How did we spell happy? Think you've got it? HAPPY. Well done. What about grumpy? Grumpy. Look carefully, think about the rules that we've been practicing this week. There we are. GRUMPY. Fantastic. What about friendly? Look for words inside of words. Look for where friend is spelt correctly and think about the letter that we are taking away at the end of a word. Friendly. Think you've got it? There it is. FRIENDLY. Well done. What about sleepy? Sleepy. Listen to the E sound in the middle of that word. Think you've got it? SLEEPY. Well done. What about happier? On to today's rule. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. Think you've got happier? There it is. HAPPIER. Fantastic. Well done. What about sleepier? Sleepier. What's the rule that we're learning this week? What are we getting rid of before we add IER? There it is. Well done. SLEEPIER. Fantastic. What about earlier? Earlier. I think you've got it. There it is. EARLIER. Fantastic. What about grumpier? Grumpier. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. There it is. GRUMPIER. Well done. What about friendlier? Look for the word friend. Friendlier. What are we adding? What are we getting rid of? Friendlier. There it is, well done. Friendlier. What a very long word. Okay, don't forget, if it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. If it ends in Y, wave goodbye, add IER. Don't forget to check out the Spagasaurus video, Super Spellers, and come back as many times as you need to help you get into the 10 out of 10 club. Bye for now.